Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about why the Lincoln MKZ Hybrid is the best MKZ to buy. Keep in mind this is my opinion and it should not scare anyone into buying a non-hybrid Lincoln MKZ. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and show your support to my channel. The goal is to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so let's see if we can make it there. If you want to connect with other MKZ owners, check out the Real Lincoln MKZ Facebook enthusiast group, which I will leave a link in the description below. For those of you who always tell me to clean my car, I live in British Columbia, Canada, and this is how our weather is like for 6 months out of the year. It's impossible to keep my car clean because both my MKZs are used 5 to 7 days a week. They don't just sit in the driveway and rot. I actually use them, so they will get dirty. I'm so sorry if my MKZ is dirty. There's not much I can do on my end. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Reason number 1, the hybrid model is the most reliable powertrain out of all the other power plants on the MKZ. The hybrid model comes with a 2-liter port-injected engine paired with a 1.4 kilowatt-hour battery pack. This engine is port-injected like I mentioned before, so you don't have to worry about carbon buildup. The hybrid battery and the CVT transmission are also very reliable. I've seen MKZ hybrid owners who've reached over 300,000 miles on the original battery, engine and transmission without any issues. I currently have 300,000 kilometers on my 2015 MKZ Hybrid with no issues whatsoever. Yes, this is not the fastest engine option, but man, I'm really happy with its reliability so far. It's honestly a breath of fresh air, especially since we own the GMC Envoys. My next point is that the hybrid MKZ is very cheap to own and operate. Since the powertrain is a carryover from the Ford Fusion Hybrid, parts are abundant and very cheap, making this a very affordable luxury car to own. There's lots of room in this engine bay, so you don't have to worry about taking the engine out of the vehicle just to change out the spark plugs. The hybrid is very easy to work on, and you can save more money by doing small maintenance by yourself, such as changing the oil, spark plugs, and transmission fluid. Check out my channel for those videos. I've made a video on how to change the spark plugs, transmission oil, and the engine oil, so make sure to check them out on my channel. I also want to talk about the brake pads. Since this is a hybrid vehicle, the front brake pads have the regen braking. So the brake pads last much longer than a gas-powered car. In my 5 years of owning my 2015 MKZ, I have not replaced the front brake pads or rotors yet, which is kind of crazy, especially with the mileage I have on my vehicle. Another thing I want to add here is that the Lincoln MKZ Hybrid only comes in a front-wheel drive format, so you don't have to worry about the extra maintenance of the PTU or rear differential. So basically less problems to worry about. The PTU self-destructing is an issue on these vehicles due to lack of maintenance, costing a lot of money to replace, so you can avoid that entirely. You don't really need all-wheel drive unless you live in a very snowy area, and in that case, I think an SUV would suit you better. Moving on to reason number 3, which is the exceptional gas mileage. If you're looking for a daily commuter vehicle, but don't want an electric vehicle, this Lincoln MKZ Hybrid is for you. I constantly get over 43 miles per gallon any season of the year, and over 700 kilometers to the tank. Speaking of tank, the tank size is 14 gallons, which is about 52 liters, so it doesn't cost that much to fill. My MKZ Hybrid actually motivated me to travel further distances and to places in my area which I would have never traveled to if I owned a non-hybrid vehicle, because the MKZ is cheap to fill, it gets really good gas mileage, and it takes regular fuel, so I can travel further without denting my wallet. When I owned my 2015 Hyundai Genesis with the 5-liter V8 engine, I was scared to drive that thing because it was a gas hog. I would only get around 550 kilometers to the tank, and it would cost me over $110 Canadian to fill it up, and it took premium gas as well. So once I got my Lincoln MKZ Hybrid, I really took advantage of the gas mileage and cost of operation. You're not going to get this gas mileage and range with the other MKZ powertrain options. Finally, reason number 4, which is the MKZ is cheaper than the rivals. I'm specifically talking about the Lexus ES Hybrid. I also think that the MKZ is way better looking than the ES. Prices of the MKZ Hybrid have dropped a lot, at least in my area, and you can pick one up for under $35,000 Canadian. Overall, the Lincoln MKZ Hybrid is a very underrated car, but I honestly like it to be that way because nobody knows about this car. And that's what makes the whole ownership experience really special. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you all next time.